The Indiana Fever have been busy this offseason. The team has been working tirelessly to reshape their roster and build a competitive squad for the upcoming season. From management to players, everyone is focused on one goal: success. They have made several moves. These moves include signing new players, negotiating contracts, and making strategic decisions that they hope will pay off in the long run. The front office has been in constant meetings, evaluating talent and discussing potential trades. The Fever are looking to improve their roster. Training sessions have been intense, with players pushing their limits to get in peak condition. Coaches are implementing new strategies and drills to enhance team performance. They are not done making moves. The coaching staff is continuously analyzing game footage and identifying areas for improvement. Team meetings are frequent, with a focus on building chemistry and understanding among players. The Fever are expected to be active in free agency. They are targeting key players who can bring experience and skill to the team. Press conferences have been abuzz with speculation about potential signings. They want to compete for a championship. The ultimate goal is to bring a championship trophy to Indiana. The team is motivated and determined to achieve this milestone. The Fever have a young and talented core. This group of players is seen as the future of the franchise. Their energy and potential are key assets for the team. Kelsey Mitchell and Nalissa Smith lead the way. Both players have shown exceptional skill and leadership on the court. They are expected to be the cornerstone of the team's success. They drafted Queen Egbo last year. Egbo has already made a significant impact and is expected to continue her development. Her presence adds depth to the roster. The Fever need to add veterans. Experienced players can provide guidance and stability to the younger members of the team. Their leadership is crucial for navigating the challenges of a long season. They want to make a playoff push. Making it to the playoffs is a primary objective. The team is focused on securing a spot and making a deep run. The Fever have many options. They can explore various strategies to strengthen their lineup. Whether through trades, free agency, or player development, the team is keeping all avenues open. They can sign free agents, they can make trades. The front office is actively exploring all possibilities to enhance the team's competitiveness. The Fever are in a good position. With a mix of young talent and potential veteran additions, the team is poised for success. The atmosphere is positive, and the players are motivated. They can improve their roster. Continuous improvement is the mantra. The team is committed to getting better every day, both individually and collectively. The Fever are hoping for a bright future. With the right moves and a bit of luck, they believe they can achieve great things. The journey ahead is challenging, but the team is ready to face it head-on. The Indiana Fever need more cap space. In the competitive world of professional basketball, managing the salary cap is crucial for building a successful team. The Fever, like many other teams, are constantly looking for ways to optimize their roster and create financial flexibility. This often involves making tough decisions and strategic moves to ensure they have the resources to attract top talent. They made a trade to create it. Trades are a common method for teams to adjust their financial situation. By trading players or draft picks, teams can free up cap space, acquire new assets, or both. The Fever's recent trade is a prime example of this strategy in action. The Fever traded their 8th overall pick. This was a significant move, as draft picks are highly valued assets in the league. Trading away a high draft pick indicates that the Fever are prioritizing immediate financial flexibility over the potential long-term benefits of a young, developing player. They sent it to the Atlanta Dream. The Dream, in return, provided the Fever with much-needed cap relief. This trade highlights the collaborative nature of the league, where teams work together to achieve their respective goals. In exchange, the Fever received $170,000 in cap relief. This amount may seem modest, but in the context of the salary cap, every dollar counts. The additional cap space allows the Fever to be more competitive in the free agent market. The Fever can now pursue top free agents. With the extra cap space, they have the opportunity to sign high-impact players who can make an immediate difference on the court. This is a crucial step in their efforts to build a championship-contending team. This trade gives them more flexibility. Flexibility is key in the ever-changing landscape of professional sports. It allows teams to adapt to new opportunities and challenges as they arise. The Fever's increased cap space provides them with the ability to make strategic moves throughout the season. They can sign a max-level player. A max-level player is typically one of the best in the league, capable of transforming a team's fortunes. Having the financial means to sign such a player is a significant advantage for the Fever. The Fever could also make multiple signings. Instead of putting all their resources into one star player, they might choose to spread their cap space across several quality players. This approach can help build a more balanced and deep roster. This trade was a smart move for the Fever. It demonstrates their commitment to improving the team and their willingness to make bold decisions. The front office's strategic thinking is crucial for the team's success. The Fever have several needs. Addressing these needs is essential for the team's competitiveness. They must carefully evaluate their roster and identify areas for improvement. They need a veteran point guard. They need more shooting. A veteran point guard can provide leadership and stability, while additional shooting can help spread the floor and create more scoring opportunities. The Fever could also use more size. Having taller players can improve the team's defense and rebounding, giving them an edge in physical matchups. The Fever hope to fill these needs in free agency. By targeting the right players, they can address their weaknesses and build a more competitive team. The upcoming free agency period will be crucial for the Fever's future success. The Fever have some tough decisions to make. As the season progresses, the team must evaluate their current roster and make strategic choices to ensure they remain competitive. This involves not only assessing player performance but also considering financial constraints and future potential. They need to clear more cap space. The salary cap is a crucial element in managing a successful team, and the Fever are no exception. By freeing up cap space, they can have the flexibility to sign new talent or extend contracts of key players. The Fever need to make room for new players. The draft and tryouts are opportunities to bring fresh talent into the team. However, this means that some current players might have to be let go to make space for these new additions. One option is to trade Christy Wallace. Wallace has been a valuable player for the team, but trading her could provide the Fever with the necessary cap relief and possibly bring in new assets that align better with their long-term strategy. Wallace is a solid role player. Her contributions on the court have been significant, often stepping up in crucial moments. However, the team must consider if her role can be filled by another player at a lower cost. She has a $120,000 salary. This is a considerable amount that could be reallocated to other areas of need within the team. The management must weigh the benefits of her experience against the financial flexibility her departure could provide. The Fever could trade her to a team seeking depth. Teams looking to bolster their bench strength might find Wallace's experience and skills valuable, making her an attractive trade option. This would give the Fever more cap space. With additional cap space, the team can explore various options, including signing free agents or making other strategic trades to enhance their roster. It would also open up a roster spot. This spot could be used to bring in a young, promising player who could develop into a key contributor in the future. The Fever could also make cuts. Releasing players who are not meeting expectations or whose contracts are not guaranteed can provide immediate financial relief and roster flexibility. They have some players on non-guaranteed contracts. These contracts allow the team to release players without significant financial penalties, making it easier to adjust the roster as needed. These players could be waived to save money. Waiving players on non-guaranteed contracts can free up cap space and provide the team with more financial flexibility to pursue other opportunities. The Fever will need to weigh their options carefully. Every decision has implications for the team's performance and financial health. The management must consider both the short-term and long-term impacts of their choices. They must decide which players are essential to their plans. Identifying core players who are crucial to the team's success is vital. These players form the foundation of the team, and their retention is key to achieving the Fever's goals. The Fever are interested in DeWanna Bonner. She is a star forward. Bonner is a free agent this offseason. She would be a great addition to the Fever. Bonner is a 3-time WNBA champion. She is a 5-time All-Star. Bonner can score from anywhere on the court. She is also a strong defender. Bonner would be a perfect fit in Indiana. She could play alongside Nalissa Smith. This would give the Fever a dominant front court. Bonner would also provide veteran leadership. She could mentor the Fever's young players. Bonner's potential landing spot. The Connecticut Sun are also interested in Bonner. She played for the Sun last season, and the Sun are considered the favorites to sign her. They can offer Bonner a max contract. The Sun are a championship contender. They reached the WNBA Finals last season. Bonner was a key part of their success. The Sun want to keep her in Connecticut. The Fever will need to make a strong offer. They must convince Bonner to join a rebuilding team. The Fever can offer her a larger role. They can also offer her the chance to play with a young and talented core. Aerial Powers, a difficult fit. Aerial Powers is another free agent target for the Fever. She is a talented shooting guard and Powers is a dynamic scorer. However, she may not be the best fit for the Fever. Powers needs the ball in her hands and she is best suited as a primary scoring option. The Fever already have Kelsey Mitchell, who is their primary ball handler. The Fever need players who can play off the ball. They need players who can space the floor. Powers is not a great shooter, and she is not a good fit for the Fever's offense. Exploring other options. The Fever are considering other options. They are interested in Tina Charles. Charles is a former MVP. She is a dominant post player. Charles would give the Fever a strong inside presence. She would be a force in the paint. The Fever could pair Charles with Nalissa Smith. This would give them a formidable front court. Trading for Charles would be difficult. She has a large contract. The Fever would need to give up assets. They would also need to clear cap space. The Fever are exploring all of their options. Missed opportunities and potential targets. The Fever missed out on Monique Billings. She signed with the Atlanta Dream. Billings would have been a good fit. She is a long and athletic forward. The Fever are also interested in Alicia Clark. She is a free agent guard. Clark is a good shooter. She can also defend multiple positions. The Fever could also target Chan Parker. She is a free agent forward. Parker is a good rebounder. She can also defend bigger players. The Fever need to add depth to their roster. They are looking at all of their options. Janelle Howard, a diamond in the rough. The Fever are high on Janelle Howard. She is a young forward playing in Europe. Howard is a talented scorer. She is also a good rebounder. Howard is a potential draft and stash player. The Fever could draft her and let her develop overseas. This would be a low-risk, high-reward move. Howard could be a star in the WNBA. She has all the tools. The Fever are hoping to unearth a gem. They are excited about Howard's potential. The road ahead. The Fever are in a good position. They have a bright future. The Fever have a young and talented core. They have cap space to sign free agents. There is uncertainty surrounding the Fever. They need to make some tough decisions. The Fever need to decide which free agents to target. They need to decide which players to keep. The Fever are hoping to make a big splash in free agency. They want to land a star player. The Fever are determined to build a championship contender. The road ahead is full of possibilities. The Fever are excited for the challenge.